Robinson Flat.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about Tevis.
Oh, well, my first endurance ride was like the Georgetown. And you're still riding. You're riding.
I am kind of.
We were playing doing good, and I just think we were pushing it.
See if I can get. Sorry, folks. Here we go.
There's no good place to get home.
My knees don't squat down for a long period of time.
So.
Really good for he's completed 10 times. Everybody kind of knows Simon because how many 6'6" black guys are there that run the rest of the straight to complete.
She just went right on by. That's the official finish line.
10-14
It's always a challenge because everybody wants to come in front of you with their wide angle thoughts.
I don't know. That's 6 miles. Oh, X, how many miles?
4? It's 4 miles from your hands.
Well, I know.
Trying to duck down. They get closer.
Jeremy is racing.
I don't want to stay ducked down for 20 minutes because it won't work. I'll never get up. If I need to move sideways.
And Heather is running 10 minutes behind him. But you know what? Jeanette Merrill,
So have you shot him before?
At
the finish?
She's out. It says she's out. She's out. 2 minutes before.
Yeah. Yeah, you finish in a stadium with bright lights on.
That's why I went for
Or daylight, maybe even.
So Jerry Reynolds, maybe he's.
No, it's a challenge. The technology is better than it was 10 years ago. But they've actually got a little bit better lights. Portable road construction.
And out at 10:12. All these people are all riding together in one spot. They're all. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, welcome those that are tuning in. I just confirmed that we're live. I wanted to do that before I started talking here. We're here live from the timed finish of the Tevis Cup ride. And we'll try to, it's kind of quite a scene here. Got a number of people.
Somebody else.
So that right there is the timed finish line. We got the trough right here. Can't really see it, so I'll move up a bit. I don't want to get in the way of the photographers, but try to get us a good vantage point here. Have to get out of the way when the horses come through, but this will do for now. So I think we are expecting the first horses any time now. So for those just tuning in, this is the timed finish of the Western States Trail Ride, aka Tevis Cup. We haven't had, nope, not going to speak yet, but there's also a live feed at the stadium, down at the stadium. And as a reminder, the horses cross this live finish line and then get their time here and go on down to the stadium, do their victory lap, and that's where the crewing happens and the vetting happens. So we'll stay up here for a couple horses, and the main part of the finish line feed is going to be down from the stadium. There's a lot better lights, but this is exciting to get them here.
Yes, and they're right, and actually it's not the thing is not going she still is in, it never came out. Now I don't know if yeah, so I don't know how that is. Like I heard
Rider coming in. Looks like Jeremy Reynolds. Jeremy Reynolds and Treasure across the finish line.
Congratulations. Good job, Jeremy. Well done. Are we running now, Ron?
I'm going.
All right.
That was Ken? Yeah,
This is dark. See if I can get a better light on the horse here.
Unfortunately, we gotta stay in front of you.
So for those just tuning in, Jeremy Reynolds came across the timed finish. Jeremy Reynolds and Treasure. They're getting some water here. It's very dark. I don't know how much you can see, probably not much. And they're gonna head down to the stadium where their vet check will occur.
Jeremy. So where's Simone? Yeah, what happened? I'm sorry. Oh, I got pulled in. I think it was granite cheek and Cody slipped and hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
We ran the whole thing.
Make sure we check for ice before we leave. I have more right here and I have more in my truck, but I'm going to drive down.
We're gonna follow him a little bit. Just a little bit.
See the first one in?
So if you're just tuning in, this is Jeremy Reynolds and Treasured Moments across the timed finish of the Tevis Cup. They're making their way down to the stadium where they're going to do their lap in the stadium. They're going to vet out, and as a reminder, the time is not official until his horse vets out fit to continue. So we don't like making broad proclamations yet, but we will know very shortly. So if you want to, we have a live feed up in the stadium. I'm going to return to the timed finish and get our next horses in. So I would suggest, if you want, just try to switch between two of the feeds here. because you're going to have a horse come in at the timed finish and a horse over at the stadium for a little bit. So where possible, I'll try to send you over to the stadium and then come back here so you don't miss the next horses. So again, for those tuning in, unfortunately I don't have another phone with me. There's no way for me to get messages, so I can't see any of the comments. So I'll just repeat myself. That was Jeremy Reynolds and Treasured Moments across the finish line of the Tevis Cup ride. And we're up here waiting for the next horse. So if Jeremy and Treasure finish, get their completion, this will be Jeremy's 10th buckle, and I believe, don't remember how many wins he has. I apologize. Sounds like we got another horse coming down the trail right now. I think we hear a horse coming. Okay, so again, we're waiting for the next horse to come in. First across the line was Jeremy Reynolds and Treasured Moments. They're on down in the stadium right now, getting a victory. Getting a victory, doing their victory lap and getting the victory. Oh. That's good. I was trying to keep it zhuzhed up. I was like, there's a lot of dead air in there. Yeah, she thought you were really funny. Oh, that's good.
But then we can't get the shot. And Vivian wants photo and video, so I can see. I've got shit
I'm going to keep repeating myself for those just tuning in. We've had one horse and rider across the line. That was Jeremy Reynolds and Treasured Moments, aka Treasure. They're down in the stadium right now, and as a reminder, the completion isn't final until they vet out fit to continue, but we can confirm he was across the line here at the timed finish. And if you go to the YouTube page, there will be a link up with the live feed for the stadium going right now. And you can go check out his victory lap. It's really fun down there. You can see the crews at work, cooling Treasure, having her eat, and getting ready for their final vet check. The reason why we have a timed finish here and the vetting and victory lap down in the stadium is it's about a quarter-mile walk, and you have to go down a pretty steep paved road and across the road, and obviously we don't want horses racing across a road with pavement, so this is a great location for the timed finish. And then if they pass the vet check down there, their official time is the time they were across this line here. Our plan here is to stay up here at least through the top 3 horses, and then the coverage of the finish of the Tevis Cup will go down in the stadium there for at least through the top 10 horses. Then we'll be uploading videos throughout the night. And then we'll be back again live at around 4 a.m. for what we believe is going to be the bulk of the finishers. And the reason why we don't do the vetting up here is it's dark. As you can tell, it's quite dark, and can barely see them outside where the lights are. And in the stadium, there's a ton of nice bright lights and floodlights, so the vets can really take a good look at the horses. So that's the reason we have the finish split like this. The great thing is you get to see them twice. You get to see them cross the timed finish, and you get to go see them do their victory lap in the stadium. Let's see if I can get a little higher here. Okay, there we are. Okay. So for those who are watching at home, we are awaiting any moment now the second horse and rider team over the finish line here. Seems like Jeremy and Treasure put in a good lead here in the last little bit from Lower Quarry. But I don't think the next horse and rider is that far behind. I don't want to speculate. Yes.
I don't have access to the Facebook page.
Okay.
They had me and it went somewhere.
Okay.
I've been told to look for Jenny.
Yes.
Because Krista got pulled.
Jenny, she's right there. She's right there. Perfect. It's perfect.
Thank you.
What are you looking for? That reflective vest is great. Oh, good.
You're really in the dark.
And you're kind of stuck here with the kid. It's
Yeah,
good to see someone
exactly.
with the camera. For years we haven't had it.
Mabel.
It's good to. This is the time finish, you know. This is the time finish. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Just like, they're just crawling around there soon after they come.
Yeah,
We've been
this is
fighting that
it.
for years. And when Judy Sutter was up here, she was trying to talk him into putting that check back over into the field just across the canal here. And they could save all the money of the stadium rental.
Yeah.
They like this. The ceremonial one.
The ceremony.
We
Yep.
like this one.
That's it. Well,
Well, we didn't have lights. We didn't have signs. All we had was a chalk line. And we started. So it's like, okay, we need to do something here on the finish. They deserve it.
yeah, and the nice thing, we get both. They get all the.
They get all of
They
it.
get the beautiful
Yeah.
finish line.
And I first
they get
asked
the-
about putting a sign up there. Judy says, I don't think they'd want two signs of saying finish. I said, okay. And the next year I said, okay, we won't do a finish. I would just bought the fabric and we should I make a sign. That's
love
just
it.
congratulations.
Yeah,
And we got
and
so
the
many
lights.
comments on that. And
Yeah.
people stopped for the
Yeah.
take a picture of their hitting the flag.
Oh yeah. No, it's
Yeah, the chalk line's important. But
it's special up here. It's a good.
I think I heard
I think I heard it too. Yeah.
Did I hear a yell?
That was good. You were right there when she needed you.
I know. I'm here, sleeping.
Yeah.
crying out loud, they left at the same time. What is she doing?
Oh yeah.
I just realized you're not a man, are you?
No.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. I'm like, this
dark.
isn't complaining. No, I'm like, yeah. I'm not that you look. It's just it's dark.
It's dark.
I feel really
It's
bad.
dark.
I had an accidental nap last night that I didn't mean for because I wanted to pack my trailer earlier. I'm the head ride official, Alicia. But yeah, accidental nap after a 15-mile ride last night and got home like 12. Took a shower. Shouldn't have done that, even though it was cold. Sat down on my bed for some reason. Woke up a couple hours later, still in my towel. And went, oh! But yeah, the night before I got zero sleep, and I think the night before that I got zero sleep pretty much. So yeah, anyway, sorry I had to ask.
Oh, it's all good.
But yes,
You're a horse.
it took about 3 hours to get men to listen to me on how to put my banner up.
Alicia, have you seen Lindsay?
She was right there. Want a light to look for her? Oh, she might be somewhere down at the parking lot near the end for her car. If you want that. I think Harley might have taken my good lantern. Anyway, but I started, and then I'll tell you about the useless man. Would it be helpful? Is that live?
Huh?
Is that live webcast?
It is.
Okay, well, they can hear that. Anyway, would it be helpful if there was more lighting on the sign or anywhere around there?
I mean, you can see there's a horse coming through there.
Well, usually I have my rope lights
Yeah.
going up and around that are like the warm white.
Yeah.
But
I mean, anything.
men and not getting memos, and then a new volunteer. Oh my! I shouldn't be saying that. Love them. Me having to finally be rude and say, "Okay, you don't have to see. You don't have to understand my vision. This is what you do. Don't you?"
I think it's fine for now. I mean,
3
lights
hours.
are always good.
3 hours to get that banner up. That when I've done it, making sure it would work, and my new way. 15, maybe 20 minutes, and half of it was moving a lot. Just had to share. Anyway, if more lights would help,
Lights are always good up here. I think it's fine for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
If you're sure, and actually, were you here when Pony Express came through? I was crashed into people who were right at the trough, and then right into the berries and everything over there.
It's nice that the trough is lit. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
It was a endurance course, but it was pretty fresh. Because they let them know when they were about 20 minutes out. And then it came from only right. Almost right behind the skate park. It was pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, first year they did it. The Pony Express rider going, the riders are coming, the riders are coming.
I love it.
Go back down there. I don't know if I told you, I'm Alicia.
I'm Brenna. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Well, Alicia, I don't find her, so tell her bye for me.
I know she's It has to be right around. She's just here, and if she's not down by her car,
So it's been about 15 minutes, I think, since Jeremy came across the line here. And I think Jeremy and Heather left Lower Quarry together. So either she slowed down a little bit or he really turned on the afterburners. But we're still waiting for the next place horse and rider to come across the time finish here.
Okay. So they wouldn't get it at all.
Exactly. That's what I was kind of. Okay, good. That's what I was thinking. And hopefully she didn't say. Okay. The flowers, the stuff that's extra in there, like take it out. Otherwise, there's no one.
Yeah, I'm hearing that the next horse should be in any minute here.
Thank you. I
So.
appreciate it. I will.
I was stressed having to get like.
Got a little bit of noise and feedback here, but getting the vibe of the finish line. Almost like you guys are here. So if you're just tuning in, Jeremy Reynolds and Treasure came across the finish line about 15 minutes ago, and it sounds like the next horse should be in any moment now. So we're patiently waiting with bated breath here. So in the morning, the top 10 horses who complete tonight will be eligible to show for the Hagen Cup, and that judging takes place in McCann Stadium tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing a live cast from the Hagen Cup judging as well, and again, it's the top 10 horses that get completions tonight are eligible to show for Hagen Cup, and that is the best conditioned horse. Not every horse is required to present for the Hagen Cup. Some of them will choose not to for a variety of reasons. You know, it doesn't always mean that they think their horse looks bad. I want to stress that because sometimes, you know, every year people have questions on that. Sometimes, you know, they're out there looking at the rest of the field and just maybe they think someone else looks much better. I don't know. It's down to each individual rider and their preference to show or not show their horse. In any case, that judging will occur at 10 a.m. tomorrow Pacific time. If you're down in the Auburn area, come show up in person and sit in the stadium. It's always a really fun show. It's really, really inspiring to see how these horses look after 100 miles of trail. We've had I would say a pretty tight top 10 this ride, and I think I hear a horse coming up the trail. I know I said that about 10 minutes ago. I think it was a horse tied to a trailer over here, but I think now I do hear a horse coming up the trail. So hopefully this is our second team across the finish line, coming up the trail right now. While we're waiting, just wanted to show there's a nice sizable crowd gathered here. Fun atmosphere. Temperature is pleasant. I would say it's probably, I don't know, low to mid 70s, mid 70s. Nice breeze. Got a shot of the full moon there. That bright light above the finish line. It seems just a picture perfect little finish line shot here. Waiting for the next horse. So for those maybe unfamiliar with the trail, the last point on the trail, Lower Quarry, that you're going to get a ping of where the riders are. That's a vet check at mile 94. Mile 94, I believe, off the top of my head. And that vet check is down kind of near the bottom of the canyon here. And they have to climb back up around Roby Point and up to Auburn. So it's a bit of a climb at the finish. It's not like what they've done earlier in the day, but it is, it is a little bit of climb at the end of the ride. So I think I heard Heather and Jeremy had left Lower Quarry together. Perhaps Heather decided to walk this climb in. Maybe decided Jeremy was going to get the win and she was maybe going to focus on Hagen Cup. Who knows? But it is, because it's a climb, you can get, there's all sorts of stories of Tevis lore past of epic races being had for first place at the Tevis Cup. Horses running together across No Hands Bridge. I think Julie Sir had a story like that, actually, now that I remember. And this climb up to Auburn is kind of really what differentiates whose horse is a little fresher at the end of the 100. It is really interesting to see the distance. See the distance that happens. Basically, Jeremy, Heather, and Sonoma were riding pretty close together, at least since Chicken Hawk. And I know Lucy caught them at Francisco's all riding together.
The fact that she's like this tall.
So again, I don't have access to an extra phone. I can't really tell what's going on, so apologies. I know there's probably a lot of comments in this feed giving me information, and so I'm really not going to try to speculate too much about the next horse or what's going, what's happening at any other place than right here at the timed finish. So I apologize in advance. I know a lot of times people like to chat back and forth and ask questions of the person doing the live feed, and unfortunately I don't have an extra phone up here, and I don't have a way of tracking the comments. So apologies in advance. I'm hoping maybe other folks can help answer or clear up confusion in the comments. This is the first year that we're doing YouTube, as you've noticed, and it's been a great, I think, a great asset in allowing us to do multiple live streams at once. So I assume we're having concurrent live streams between here and the stadium, which is excellent. I love that we're able to do that because it's fun to be able to show both locations at the same time. The downside is that the way that we are doing it is we can't see comments in real time as the live caster unless we have a live stream buddy up here with a phone that can play the video and show the comments. So it's not a huge hurdle. I just don't have my my second phone right now.
of, sort of. Communications.
We're legal.
So I thought I had heard a horse down there. I think I was wrong. We are waiting for the next horse and rider team through. We've already had Jeremy Reynolds come through with Treasure. First across the line. Let's see if I can switch this up here and get a nice angle. It'd be really nice to get more of the horse while they're here at the water trough here. All right. So hopefully it's not too noisy. There's a lot of chatter down by the crowd. We're just gonna stay on here and wait for the next horse and rider team. Get down a little bit. Again, this is the timed finish. This is where their official time is, and this will actually be quite important for those of you who have the time, inclination, capacity, and desire to join us for buckle hour at 4 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be covering the back field of the riders as they come in for the last hour. So the thing I wanted to mention with that is that the ride time cutoff is a hard 5:15 a.m. However, that 5:15 a.m. is up here at the timed finish. So, and it takes about 10 minutes to walk down from here to the stadium. So if you join us in the morning around 5 a.m. and you're worried about a particular horse and team and it's 5:15 and you don't see them in the stadium yet, that's okay. They have an extra little bit of time because the cutoff is right here at the timed finish. So that helps a little bit. You don't have to try to rush across the road and get into the stadium by 5:15. I'm sure Abigail is covering this down in the stadium, but what they do here at the Tevis Cup is that the horses will vet in, or vet out, I guess I'll say. They'll have their final vet check, and that determines their completion. They have to be deemed fit to continue by the vets. And then what's unique, I think, at this ride is that the vets want to see the horse an hour after they complete, or after they get their completion vet out. It doesn't affect their completion, so if the horse comes back and it's no longer in the condition it was an hour ago, it's not like it doesn't affect their completion, but it is an important tool the vets have to just assess how the horses are recovering, and most importantly to catch anything, early. It's, the horses come across the line and they get vetted out and they eat and they drink, and, sometimes after they kind of let the adrenaline pass and eat and drink a little bit, it's good to take a look at them again and just make sure they're recovering as they should. So That's the other thing that happens down in the stadium is you'll see a lot of horses will just hang out. Crews will decide to hang out in the stadium while they're waiting for their hour recheck. And so therefore, with a 5:15 a.m. hard stop up here at the timed finish, oftentimes there are horses around in the stadium hanging out waiting to get rechecked until 7 a.m. So it's kind of cool to be down there and watch the night turn into morning and see the dawn turn into day, and that happens at the end of the ride. Gotta really give it to not just the riders and the horses, but the veterinarians are up along the whole way with the riders and horses, and after that, because they got to stay awake for the Hagen Cup judging, which is at 10. So this is a marathon session for the Tevis Cup veterinarians. I sometimes don't think they get enough recognition and kudos for the amazing effort that they put in to this ride to ensure the safety and welfare of the horses competing in the Tevis Cup. So yeah, they're really excellent at what they do. A lot of them have been vetting Tevis for many years, are very experienced ride vets. Oftentimes, Tevis will bring on some international vets. And so, in years past, we'll usually have a vet from Australia, which is really fun. And so there's a connection between the Tevis Cup and the Quilty Cup in Australia. So I think, they try to bring vets that have vetted the Quilty Cup here. So it's fun collaboration, and we always get just really top-notch endurance veterinarians here at this ride, and we're really, really lucky to have them and to have them do such a bang-up job for our horses here. So we got people up and looking. We might have a rider, might be a false alarm here. Could be people down on the trail. I saw some people down there kicking rocks off the trail. Oh, we got a rider. This would be the second place, or second across the timed finish here. Might be a false alarm. This has been known to happen. Here we go. Yep. There we go. Woo.
What's your number?
Try to get the light on Sonoma Blakely here. And her excellent mare, Cardi. I'm sorry we don't have light. I'm gonna try to get into a location where maybe we can see a reflection. There we go. At least we can kind of see them here. So this is Sonoma here, kind of giving her mare a break. They're going to go down to the stadium.
I have your card to give it to me.
we'll follow them a little bit. Okay, so this is the second horse and rider across the finish line. Sonoma Blakely from Oregon. And Calypso's Cardamom. I know that there's some extra letters in there that I'm not saying. Apologies. Yes. Follow them a little bit as they walk down to the stadium. It's nice to get some headlights here. So once we leave Sonoma at the road here, make sure you tune in for the live feed down at the stadium, and you'll get to see them do their victory lap around the stadium. You'll get to see the crew. One thing I really love about the stadium feed is that the horses, you get a really good look at the horses just hanging out and chilling, which is really fun. And I apologize, I was calling Sonoma's horse a mare all day. And I just called him a mare just now. He's a gelding. So apologies for the mix-up. Okay, we're gonna go back to the timed finish here and regroup for a minute. My recollection was that there was a bit of a gap, but that might have changed. So in any case, no matter what happens up here at the timed finish, we're still going to have the live feed going down at the stadium. And as you can see from the quality of the feed here, it's pretty dark. You can only see them the moment they come across the finish line, and you'll be able to see much, much more at the stadium. So we'll just come back here, get readjusted, and figure out where to go from here. Okay, well, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to unfortunately end the live feed. Sorry for those who really want to see more of the live feed up here at the timed finish. But I think due to problem seeing and kind of the spread out nature, we will move the coverage of the finish line to the stadium for now, and Abigail will be down there doing live coverage. It will switch to video at some point when the field kind of spreads out a bit more, and then we'll be back at 4 a.m. for buckle hour. So thank you so much for tuning in to the timed finish here. We've had the first and second place horses through. We're going to switch our finish coverage to the stadium and just have it going on that one feed. Yeah, thank you again, and we will see you on the next feed.